All right, hello guys, good day, and welcome to the live stream. Excited to be hosting this. Let's go back to the beginning. All right, um, we up here. Okay, so today we're talking about the predictable path to financial independence, and this is going to be such a mind-blowing experience for some people. It's also going to be an eye-opener for some others who you may just not have seen things in this light. All right, so just waiting for a few people to trickle in, but you can always watch the replay. So let me know where you are joining from if you are on this live stream, and if you are watching it live, you can live. Type live in the chat box. And if you are watching the replay, just type replay in the chat box. All right. So I just want to welcome a few people and let's see how we can go forward. Okay. So let me have this open here on my phone. All right, so the predictable path to financial independence, how to become a smart money manager. And I talked about this yesterday on my right here on Facebook with a post. And I said that look, um, most people are basically just running around in circles because you are working hard for your money, and the little money you are able to save or put aside, to invest, you're not doing it in the best way possible. You're not doing it in a way that projects that you actually expect to get a return or to achieve a desired outcome. So the basic experience for most people when it comes to investments is sporadic, it's spontaneous, and they're just hoping that it turns out well. But as I always say, nobody ever got to financial independence by chance. Like, it's not somewhere you will ever get to and be surprised that you got there. It's going to come on the back of serious commitment, education, and consistency. And may I add discipline to that? So when you begin to get those results, you will know exactly what decisions you took to get there. You will know exactly what sacrifices you made to get there. You will know exactly what habits and commitments you had to come about in order to create those particular results. So, today I want to talk about the predictable path to financial independence and how you can begin to manage your money and actually outperform the biggest and the best financial institutions out there. And somebody may be thinking, Adeposi has come again. How can I outperform the biggest banks, the Black Rocks? How can I outperform the market? How can I outperform Warren Buffett? How can I outperform these guys? The advantage you have is that you are a small guy compared to the big pool. All right, you are a small fish in a very big pool, and that gives you the advantage of flexibility. It's the same thing, with companies, with startups. So when you're a startup, you're more flexible. You can pivot, and your acceleration, your growth is much higher. Your growth curve is much steeper than other established companies that are already in maturity phase, like Microsoft and Apple and Google. Those companies are already in stability phase, but you can't get that much growth or appreciation from those kinds of companies or assets compared to a small company that just started last year and that is still growing exponentially. So that's kind of the concept here, that you have a little bit, you have much smaller capital and you are able to be more flexible with your approach. You're able to take on more risk, more calculated risk than these guys. These big guys, they have checklists, like they have algorithms, they have requirements, they have regulations on the kind of things they can do and what the extent that they can play or nibble around with their customers or their clients' money. But for you, You need capital appreciation. You need it fast. You need to compress time frames. You don't want to wait 40 years. You don't want to wait 20 years to get a 100% return on your money. You don't want to wait 10 years to get a 100% return on your money, because in 2024, there are proven, tried, and tested ways that you can begin to manage your money and make serious returns. All right. So that's what we're talking about today. And without further ado, I'm going to jump into the meat of the live stream. So I usually talk about the three-step wealth formula, and this is me distilling my experience, the wisdoms I've gathered over a decade plus of studying this concept, studying money, finance, wealth, and distilling it into three steps that anybody can take and begin to get serious predictable results. And the first step there is you need to make money. All right. A lot of people are unemployed and they are trying to invest. Like, you are putting the cart before the horse. Okay. So um, you need to focus on making money. That's like the foundation. That's the beginning. Okay. You don't have a job. You have no business investing. You don't have a job. You can't save. You don't have a job. You can't put money aside because you don't even have enough to feed. That's the first problem. So, and I posted earlier today that, look, if you don't have steady cash flow, you have no business chasing financial independence. It's not that it's not your portion, it's your portion, but you can't focus on that right now. You need to focus on your security. You need to focus on survival. You need to focus on getting by. You need to focus on getting predictable income on a monthly basis, and from that stepping stone you can begin to um, to plan, to keep some aside and begin to apportion them to different financial instruments that can grow your income. So focus on employment income. You have a skill. If you don't have a skill, go and learn a skill. Get a job, be diligent, learn how to make things work, learn how to work with your hands, learn how to make money. If it's business you are doing, focus on your business, focus on delighting your customers, innovating in your marketplace, increasing your profits, reducing expenses. Focus on generating money. And this is make. Okay, I talk about the mistake people make when they are trying to make money with instruments or vehicles that are designed to grow money. That's where majority of people are getting it wrong. It's not as if forex doesn't work, crypto doesn't work, the stock market doesn't work. All these things work. It's just your particular objective that is misplaced. Your priorities are misplaced. You need to sort out making money first. And when you've made money, or when you are making money, you can begin to talk about growing that money. So I hope that is clear. So let's move to the next item. And if this is making sense, please let me know in the comment box, so that I can know that you are following me. Okay, so the second objective there, where am I? Number one, number two. Okay, the second one is your project savings plan. So now that you have some predictable income, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be ₦1,000,000 per month. It doesn't have to be $1,000 per month. It could be $100. It could be $200. It could be $50. Start somewhere, and you're focusing on growing that primary income, your active income, focusing on growing that. All right. Once you're doing that, you can now begin to talk about a savings plan. So how much from my monthly income do I want to set aside for my financial independence project? It's a freedom project. That's what I call it. So you need to have project accounts. So you are saving for your rent. Okay. You're saving for your children's school fees. You're saving for those things. That's one. But you need to have what I call a freedom account as well. And the freedom account is not for expenditure. You're not saving for future expense. You are saving for wealth. You're saving, this is your wealth account. This is your freedom account. So you need to have this second account and make plans. If you want automated deductions, if you want debit orders set on your account on the 15th of every month or on the 30th of every month, before you finish spending the money, the bank takes that account and moves it into that particular account that you've designated for this purpose. So you need to have a savings plan. That's number two. All right. And number three is multiply. This is where we talk about, growing wealth. So if you haven't figured out step one and two, you have no business with step three. Okay. So if you have been learning how to trade forex and you are losing money, it's because you are jumping to step three. You need to sort out step one. And personally, I've been trading for a long time. I've been in the financial markets for about 18 years. So I have a lot of experience in the things that I have more experience in the things you should not do, all right, than in the things that you should do. So I can tell you for free that if you haven't sorted out step one and two, step three is just going to mess you up. Okay, so don't jump. Learn this, acquire the knowledge, but put your priorities on the step that you actually are. And everybody watching this live stream should know exactly where to fall. So, step three is where we begin to talk about cash flow, growing your wealth, and investing. And what I'm saying here is you can either invest, there are different options. You can invest in the stock market, you can invest in real estate. Basically, what you are doing is you are buying assets that will generate cash flow. Now, that's my philosophy. And you can have a basket of assets, but whatever you want to do, at this point, you are putting your money to work for you. All right. So cash flow assets like real estate, like dividend stocks, things like that, bonds, treasury yield, treasury bills, investing in crypto, financial markets, and even companies, investing in businesses, and also things you can do to multiply your money and grow your wealth. But what I want to talk about today is how you can manage your money. Okay, you can make this work by giving other people to manage your money. But why we are here is because we want to achieve in 3 to 5 years what others are going to do in 20 to 40 years, or they're going to try to do in 20 to 40 years. But I want to show you how you can do this predictably in 3 to 5 years. So you need to pay attention, as we move on. Okay, so wealth building is a lifestyle, not a checklist. It's not something you ask, Adeposi, I have 10 million naira, what can I invest in? That's not building wealth. That you are basically gambling. Like there's no intentionality behind it. And you're more likely to sell that particular asset at a loss when you need money because there's no plan behind it. Okay, so it's not about saving a lot of money and doing one thing. It's about building up this lifestyle, this wealthy lifestyle where you consistently, invest, you consistently are in the market, spend time in the market, learning your own personality profile when it comes to wealth building and investing. So, prioritize your active income, build discipline and consistency. The discipline that you build from your primary income from savings is what you are going to translate into multiplying your money. The discipline and the habits that you have built up in saving money every month, taking some money, 20% of your 30% of your income every month for your project savings, for your freedom savings, that same discipline and consistency is what is going to translate into your step three, where you are multiplying your money. So you can see here, it's not about how much money you actually are putting in, it's about leveraging time. So I'm putting 10,000 naira, into my freedom account every single month. And over 5 years, that's going to be 60 months that I have leveraged the time and the power of compound interest. It's not about making 100% in 1 month. It's about that discipline because that's where you begin to learn and acquire the wisdoms that are necessary for you to make this thing work. All right. Let me take a little break and see if anyone is following. I'd like to get your comments. Let me know if you are following. Audio. I believe my audio is working perfectly. Okay, let me just. I hope. I hope I've not been speaking to myself. Kijibola says no. Daya says no audio. Please confirm if you can hear. I just switched my microphone. So if you don't have steady income, make that your priority. For you, financial independence is secondary. All right. Now I want to talk about the power of compound interest. Now this is one of the basic building blocks of smart money management. You want to leverage the power of compound interest and compressed time frames, and you want to do that in a very very beautiful way. So with using time and consistency, those are the two things we are going to use: time and consistency. And I'm going to show you something very quickly. Now, take this site down, thecalculatorsite.com. Thecalculatorsite.com. Somebody can type that in the comments, and I'm just going to show you something real quick. I'll show you something real quick. Okay, so let's remove this and um, let's do this. Okay, so I believe you can see my screen. Okay, I have it here. Calculator site. Now, you need to go to this website, spend some time doing some, I'll call it projection games. Just spend some time doing some projection games. It's a simple website, just a calculator, but it's going to help you understand what we are saying. And this will make you see that, look, this is actually possible. That's my goal, is to show you that this is possible and there are people doing this. If you don't know about it, now you know, you have no excuse. So I want to show you something. Let's assume that I start, I don't have a lot of money. I start with $1,000. All right, I have $1,000 in my savings account. Okay, so I've saved some money. You've been saving. Now this is for people, as I said, you have a job, you have a business. This money we are talking about is not the money you want to use for rent. Okay, you're not looking to withdraw this money in 6 months. This is not critical money. Okay, so I hope by now we understand that. So this is your freedom account. And if there was a way that you could make, let me give I think in a year, on average, if you invest in the an index fund, you should be getting 12%. So let's assume that you do 12% for 5 years. At the end of 5 years, all right, you're going to have $1,800. You started with $1,000 and you've made 81% in 5 years. Okay, mind you, if you're in Nigeria, your inflation is 28% inflation. So you have made loss. Okay, that's what you just done in 5 years. You've lost the value of your money. So if you are in a volatile economy, you need another solution, especially if you are starting with little capital and your options are not that much or many. So here's what we are going to do. If you are a smart money manager and you learn how you can actually grow your money by just 10% monthly. Now, this is not passive, okay? If you want to do real estate, if you want to do stocks, if you want to do index funds, you're looking at 20%, 15 to 20% on average, annualized. You're looking at 15 to 20% annually, okay? But I just told you that inflation is 28. So if you are not doing real estate business, which is active income, if you are not doing what other one is there? Crypto business. Okay, if you're not doing business in those industries, you're just investing, you are going to come out short because just the economy is not supporting it. So we need something that can turn around the money faster. And that's where I brought in trading. Trading is the only way I've seen that you can consistently and safely do 10% monthly on your money, and you're still having your job or your business. It's not going to interfere with your life. You don't have to have a third life just because you're trying to do this. But let's see what happens if you take $1,000 and you are able, okay, let's follow the example. You are able to do 10% monthly for 5 years. So let's calculate, and can you see how much that comes to? Now compare $1,800 in 5 years to $300,000 in 5 years. Can you see the difference? So it's like heaven and hell. It's like we can't even compare. We can't, but this is possible. We just need to find out how it is possible. All right. So this is not something we are trying to do. In this particular instance, time to double your investment is 8 months. Again, this is because you are not doing this to withdraw money for school fees or to eat next month. You are not doing this smart money management to be able to eat or to be able to, take care of the bills. No, this is for wealth. So you are able to leave this money. Now, let me blow your socks off. Let me knock your socks off. What if you took the discipline and consistency that you developed when you were saving, the discipline that helped you to do $1,000, to save up $1,000? That same discipline is still there. And maybe you were doing $100 a month, $100 a month, right? So what if you just added $100 every month? Because that's what you've been doing. And you just keep adding that into this particular, what I call your freedom account. This money you are managing yourself. You are adding $100 per month. What does that come to? Remember, this is 304,000. You immediately double that money. Can you see that? So from 1,000 to 600,000 in 5 years. This is mathematics. It's not magic. It's not a miracle. It's predictable. You can see all the breakdown of the. If you want to see the full breakdown, I think it's shown somewhere down on the site. All right, you can see the monthly breakdown. Yeah, you can see everything like this. If you want to check it out later, so go on this site and just play with it. But here's what I'm saying: you've saved up $1,000, and you started this project where I'm going to show you how you can do 10% easily. Trust me, easily. Not giving your money to anybody, you managing it yourself, and you do this consistently for 5 years. It's active. You're going to need to be focused. You're going to need to be consistent. You're going to need to learn how to do this. But guess what? If you can do this, you are financially free in 5 years. Okay, what if I couldn't do $500 a month? What if I could do $50 a month? That still comes down to $456,000 in 5 years. Managing your own money. When you have this kind of money, you can decide to take $100,000 out of it and do real estate. You can decide to take $50,000 to put it into stocks, but you have this engine. This is what I call the freedom engine. It's the engine, it's the vehicle that will help you accelerate your wealth creation. It will help you generate an armory of cash, tons of cash that you can begin to use for impact projects. You can begin to use for your independence project. You can begin to use to give to charity, set up your family, and just begin to live life intentionally. If this is making sense, I need to get some comments at this point, because if this doesn't excite you, I don't know what you're doing on this call. All right. I've sometimes I just in my spare time, I just open up this calculator on my phone. I go there and I just put in some numbers. Say, all right, how much do I have now in my account? So what's it going to look like in 3 years? This is intentionality. If you don't have this at the back of your mind, saving makes no sense, because why am I saving? If I put it in the stock market, it's not going to yield anything anyway. The stock market could crash. I put it in crypto, God knows what's happening there. If I give it to the mutual funds, the fees they are charging me is even eating into most of my profits, because those vehicles were actually designed for people that have money. All right. So first things first, sort out your cash flow, sort out your income, and then come here. If you are in a place where you have sorted that you have a job and you can save 50K every month, you can afford to do that consistently, or you can save 100K or 200K, $200. Let's talk in dollars. $200 every month. Then this is way up. It's up your alley. All right, you can do this. Let me see if we have any comments. This is way up your alley. You can do this. Guys, I need to get comments. All right, so let's move on. Let me go back to my slide. Okay, let's go back to my slide. So the calculator site.com is your friend from today. Just go there, have fun with it, and see what's possible. Now, I want to talk about the smart money manager plan. How to become a smart money manager. Manage your own funds predictably and become financially free in the next 3 to 5 years. So 10% monthly for 3 to 5 years. You're not going to do this. You're going to do this by trading in the financial markets, whether it's forex, whether it's crypto, whether it's commodities, whatever your pick is, you're going to do this by trading. But it's not trading in the sense that you already know it. It's not, you're not becoming a professional forex trader. That's not what we are trying to do here. You are an architect like I am, a pastor, you're an engineer, a fashion designer, and you have this money. And if you learn to trade like the banks do, you'll find out it's a much different world than what you've been seeing on YouTube. All right. I can assume that less than 5% of people that are trading even have an idea of what I'm talking about. Okay. There's a way to trade like the institutions do. And I'm not going to talk about that in this particular live stream. It's out of the scope. But the idea is you fund your Freedom account every month, you trade like the banks, and you make easily 10 to 15%. I mean, this is even below the average. So I said I have a private community of traders that are on this plan. People, accountants, pilots, engineers, lawyers, business owners that are managing their money. And 10% is like the lower end of what is possible. But I'm saying you are very busy and you don't even want to like spend too much time. You can do 10%. Okay. So what I want to show you is some proof. Let's look at some proof. This is one of our accounts, and I'm going to go take you to the website, okay, so that you don't see that this is just a picture. But I want to show you something. This is 510 days. So this is live, third-party audited um, statistics on FX Blue. So if you are in the industry, you know FX Blue or My FX Book. These guys just graphically take your account statistics and present it graphically. Okay. Now, what I want to show you is this monthly return. Can you see this? This is 21% per month on average for almost 2 years that we've been running this account. Can you see that? I'm saying that if you do 10% per month in 5 years, you are going to be free. So it's not something we are trying to do. This is 510 days. 510 days. Okay, of doing this. So monthly return, look at the total return is 2,722 percent. So let's just say it's 272x on the money that was used to start this account. It's right there. So let's go to the site. FX Blue. So this is FX Blue. That's the account there. Row 2. And let's look at it. So you can see it. Cumulative return. You can see the account balance here, right? See the profit. I mean, real, right? This is a real account. Now, this is a forex account, or this is a commodities account, trading gold, and a little bit of silver, but it's basically 99.8% gold. Okay, and this has been running for 510 days. All right, and so that's it. That's it. If you learned how to do this, you can be in total control of your financial future because you are working. You can take some money aside and you can start doing this. Very simple. That's all I have to show you, and it's left for if you want to take it serious or not. Okay, so what I've decided to do is to offer for the very first time. Now, I've never taught forex. I've been trading forex, but I've never publicly taught forex, and it's because of the bad rap that this industry had. I just felt, you know what, I don't want the headache. Let me just do my thing and be good. But I have about 18 years of experience in this industry. Done all the bad things you can do, all the abominations you can do in forex. You know, blown the account, learned, lost money, and until I began to learn how to trade like the institutions, it just wasn't working. I was too stressed to even trade, and I don't want to talk about strategy. I just want to show you that it's possible. Okay, and for the first time, I'm doing an introductory course. This is not a strategy course. You will learn some strategy, but this is not the institutional trading course. This is for professionals, for career people, career executives, business owners. You've been hearing about forex, you're scared of it, or you've tried it, or your brother has tried it, but you don't want to touch it because you don't understand how this thing can work for you. And you want to have the best foundation into this particular industry from someone who's been in it for 18 years in forex, in crypto, in commodities, and in the financial space, stocks and all that for about 18 years. So I'm doing this course starting next week. It's going to start on the 13th of February on Tuesday. It's going to run for 5 sessions. So two classes, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, then Tuesday, Thursday, like that. So two classes or three classes a week until we're done. And then it's going to be practical. It's going to be theory, there'll be practical. I'll be walking you through how to build a solid foundation in trading. It's not necessarily forex fundamentals, it's trading fundamentals, so that from here you can decide, I want to trade forex, I want to use crypto to manage my money. I do both. I have forex account, I have crypto accounts, and you can basically decide where your money wants to go. Even if you decide to give your money over to a financial a fund manager, you can tell them what to do, and you can know when they are ripping you off. All right, so it's power right here that you're about to acquire. So if you are interested and you are serious about this, there's an early bird discount of 50%. So this is a 50,000 naira program for 2 weeks, more like a crash course. And for the first 20 people, it's going to be 25,000. So this is between now and Tuesday. So it's just about 6 days. Again, if you are not in the position, if you can't afford this, then you are probably not at the stage 3 where you can multiply money. That means you don't have money saved, you don't have cash flow, predictable income. So you need to sort that out. But if you are at the place where you have predictable income, steady income, you have some savings, and you're like, all right, what should I do next? I got my hands burnt here, I got my hands burnt here. All right, I think I want to manage my money myself, and I want to see how I can do it. Then this course is the best next best step for you. All right, so I'm going to drop the link to this course in the chat. I'm going to drop it in the chat. So it's forex from the bit.ly, forex fundamentals. I'm going to drop it in the chat. Hello, so Ada, thanks for joining. I can see Ada on the call, so thanks for joining. Titilayo, Ayomide Ashiru, and Dayo as well. So let me just put this here, bit.ly slash forex. In fact, I should just put it in the description. Course, forex fundamentals course. All right, so there you have it. It's in the comments section. So go there, read about the program. You're going to see the details of the modules. You're going to see how to get started. Send me a DM if you have any questions. I believe this is the end of my slide, and this is all I have for this live stream. Later, probably later in the week, I'll do another live stream or maybe a Zoom webinar to talk about these concepts in more detail, but I believe that you have learned a lot from this. If you have, consider sharing it on your timeline so you can help somebody, or drop me a comment. Let me know what you learned from this, or if you have any questions. And if you are ready to get started or you want to have a conversation with me, message me on Facebook or WhatsApp if you have my contact, and I'll sort you out. Thank you so much for joining. I'll see you on the next one. Have a nice day and God bless.